After invading Ukraine, President Vladimir Putin claimed that Russia had developed a truly unique weapon that would make anyone think twice before threatening the country. More than 2 years later, there seems to be increasing evidence that Russia is still striving to ensure its next-generation nuclear missile actually works. However, Putin's efforts have not yielded the desired results. Over the weekend, the Sarmat missile, reportedly capable of traveling 5 times the speed of sound, failed during a test. This failure has seriously affected the Kremlin, drawing global attention to the shortcomings of the Russian military. Experts in armament and satellite imagery have revealed that the much-feared nuclear arsenal, known as Satan II, has faced a humiliating defeat, failing in 4 of its 5 missile tests. How could a project that Russian military officials have been developing for years turn into such a major fiasco? According to intelligence analysts using open-source information, recent satellite images have confirmed that the latest test of the Rs-28 Sarmat intercontinental ballistic missile ended in failure. The Putin'S cosmodrome, located in Mirny in the Arkhangelsk region, about 800 kilometers north of Moscow, was the site of the failed test. During a test conducted the previous day, the missile exploded inside its launch silo, creating a large crater and causing significant damage to the test site. High-resolution satellite images of the Putin'S launch platform show extensive damage, with a crater approximately 60 meters wide formed in the launch silo. Visible damage in the surrounding area was not present in images taken earlier in the month. These photos were shared on social media by a SINT researcher and a representative from the Institute for the Study of War. Analysts interpreting satellite images reported that the Sarmat missile test at the Putin'S testing ground had ended in failure, estimating that the missile's liquid fuel engine exploded upon leaving the launch silo. They noted that the explosion created a significant crater and destroyed the test site. The exact cause of the incident is still unknown, but given that the Sarmat uses a liquid-fueled rocket engine, an explosion might have occurred during the launch, leading to the crater. The damage to the infrastructure will likely delay missile testing and may require additional financial investments to repair the launch facility. Satellite images also show 4 fire trucks and a fire near the missile silo, possibly indicating an attempted launch failure. Other analyses from satellite data suggest that the explosion may have triggered a nearby wildfire, with thermal signatures indicating heat in the area following the failed test. The development of the Sarmat began in 2013 and has been plagued by errors and delays. This latest incident marks the 4th failed attempt to test this new heavy intercontinental ballistic missile capable of carrying nuclear warheads. During Putin's invasion of Ukraine, the Sarmat missile became central to the Kremlin's attempts to deter Western aid to Ukraine. First successfully tested in April 2022, Russia has since faced repeated challenges in its missile development program. While the Kremlin declined to comment on the incident, the apparent failure of the launch represents a setback for the Russian military. However, Russia's nuclear deterrent capability, which allows it to launch devastating attacks against the United States with its vast arsenal of proven delivery systems, remains intact. The Sarmat missile, also known as Rs-28 Sarmat, is designed to replace the aging R-36M, known as SS-18 Satan in NATO. Announced by Putin in 2018, it was developed as the successor to the Cold War-era ICBM's R-36, codenamed Satan by NATO. Since 2008, Russia had been maintaining its stockpile of intercontinental ballistic missiles, but this cooperation ended with Russia's annexation of Crimea in 2014. The Sarmat is part of Russia's strategic nuclear arsenal and is considered one of the most advanced and powerful intercontinental ballistic missiles in the world. It can carry multiple warheads, including nuclear ones, and is estimated to have the capability to carry up to 10 to 15 independently targetable re-entry vehicles. The missile can reach targets anywhere in the world, including the continental United States, making it a critical component of Russia's deterrent strategy. The Sarmat is equipped with advanced countermeasures to evade missile defense systems, including the ability to deploy decoys or hypersonic glide vehicles to complicate interception. It can fly at very high speeds and follow unpredictable flight paths, evading conventional missile defense radars. The Sarmat is a key element of Russia's efforts to modernize its nuclear forces and maintain strategic parity with the United States and other nuclear powers. In summary, Putin announced the Sarmat with great fanfare in 2018, declaring it part of a new class of hypersonic weapons that would give Russia an advantage in its confrontation with the United States. He stated that the missile could deliver nuclear warheads at hypersonic speeds, at least 5 times the speed of sound, and evade missile defenses. However, despite all the boasts, there is increasing evidence that the missile is still not ready for deployment. The report comes just days after Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, a close ally of President Putin, warned that Moscow's nuclear weapons were fully ready for combat. Victoria Dvovenko, co-director of the Ukraine program at the Center for Geopolitics at the University of Cambridge, stated, "From a strategic point of view, it seems unlikely that Moscow would want to provoke a direct confrontation with NATO given the subsequent shift in the balance of power." However, among Russian opposition circles, there exists an extreme theory that Putin might desire a nuclear conflict. While this is unproven, it adds an unsettling nuance to the geopolitical tensions. The future of Ukraine as a free, democratic, and secure country depends not only on its military strength but also on its diplomatic and economic integration with the West. This vision requires resilience, collaboration, and unwavering commitment, underscoring how Ukraine is positioning itself as a significant actor in the broader European security landscape. According to Russian state news agency TASS, Lavrov stated in an interview, "We talk about red lines. We expect our assessments and statements to be heard by intelligent and decision-making individuals. It is not serious to say that if tomorrow they don't do what I ask, we will press the red button. I believe that in such situations, decision-makers have an idea of what we are talking about. No one wants a nuclear war." Lavrov added that Russia possesses weapons that could have severe consequences for the leaders of the Ukrainian regime. Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Zelensky will meet this week in the United States with President Joe Biden during his visit. He will present his victory plan to the president and will meet separately with Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump to garner support for Kyiv.